Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Timmy Treacle and today I'm bringing you movie review number 3 of 4. These movies are some of my childhood favorites and just overall some of my favorite movies of all time. Um, this next movie I'm going to be talking about is my favorite disaster movie of all time, and that is The Day After Tomorrow. This was released on May 28th, 2004, and again, it is a disaster movie that received mixed reviews with critics. It has a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave it 3 out of 4 stars. It has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is just a joke, and a 91% on Google. It had a $125 million budget, and it made $544.3 million at the box office. And this was directed and co-written by Roland Emmerich and co-written by Jeffrey Nakimov. And this movie had 2 Saturn nominations and 2 MTV Movie Award nominations, respectively. And this movie has a nice cast. Dennis Quaid, Jake Gyllenhaal, Stella Ward, Emma Rossum, Ian Holm, Glenn Plummer, J.O. Sanders, Austin Nichols, Dash McCoff, and R.J. Smith. And it centers around this gentleman, Professor Jack Hall, who's a climatologist for NASA. And he is in the Arctic taking some ice samples, and a big chunk breaks off, and from there all these different weather anomalies start to happen, and he's joined by Professor Terry Rapson of the Headland Center. Frank and Jason are on his team as well. His wife, Dr. Lucy Hall, and they have a son, Sam Hall, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who's in high school, but he's really, really smart. And he is headed to New York for a competition, basically to see how smart you really are. You're on a team, Scholastic Bowl type of event. And while there, not only do they have a lot of problems with the weather, but throughout the whole world, once that ice chunk broke off, it dumped a whole bunch of fresh water into the oceans. And like I said, it gets all crazy from there. And on his team with Sam is Laura, played by Emmy Rossum. JD is on another team, which is the team that is hosting the event at their high school. And then Brian, played by R.J. Smith, is on Sam and Laura's team. They, while in New York, compete, like I said, against a whole bunch of other teams. But JD wants to take him to a museum before they leave. And of course, Sam has a crush on Laura, which is why he joined the team in the first place. But while these things are going on in New York with their team and everything, all these weather anomalies start to happen. They have a huge typhoon, which was the biggest on record. And then, unfortunately, Los Angeles is hit with tornadoes. And the special effects in this movie, especially for Los Angeles alone, is crazy. But it is great. I love the special effects in this movie. The cinematography The directing, the writing, the characters, everything, in my opinion, is great about this movie. And it's about climate change. And this has happened before. And some of the skeptics out there don't realize this is the temperatures are getting hotter. For example, I live in Illinois, and for the last few winters, we haven't had a lot of snow, and we've had some unreasonable high temperatures during the winter months. Not for the entirety of the winter, but for a few days at a time. And last year, we didn't even accumulate even 5 inches of snow for the entire winter. And I'm a believer in climate change. And not only that, but lakes and rivers and even the oceans, the temperatures are rising. And it's starting to become alarming for most people. But our current president, who's a moron, just writes it off, which he has no clue what the hell he's talking about. He's not even an educated man. But I love this movie because it gives you a glimpse of what actually can happen if we don't do something about this. Not so much my generation, or not even my nephew or niece's generations, but generations after that are going to suffer if we don't start doing things. Ridding the world of pollutions. That means having electric cars and more wind power, and anything we could do to less pollute the air is really important. And that's, like I said, that's what I love about this movie. Even now, there is one part in this movie that really drives me nuts. It's a little nitpick. It is the scene where they've already gotten a lot of rain and everything in New York, and they're trying to get to higher ground. They're in front of the library, and Laura is helping out this mother and daughter who speak French. Well, the cop's there, and they're obviously in distress, and they obviously need to get out of the vehicle, and he's just standing there. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak French. You don't need to speak French to know to get them the hell out of the damn car. And so Laura goes down there, who speaks French, tells them to cover their eyes. He breaks the window. They get out. But then the ocean rises 25 feet, and it all comes in. And those effects are amazing as well. And there are some sad scenes in this movie. A lot of people do lose their lives. There are some cool scenes. This weatherman gets face planted by this billboard, which I think was really cool. There's some people who don't heed the warnings, and people end up paying the price. The vice president is one of them. Doesn't want to listen to Jack Hall. He thinks Hall's full of crap. But he comes to find out that everything was right on. And this movie is just phenomenal from start to finish. I can watch this movie all day, every day, forever. It's one of those movies that has that rewatchable factor. I never get bored with it. And I really wish they would have made a sequel, or it don't even have to be a direct sequel. Just make another movie like that. But like I said, there's a whole bunch of scenes in here where the tornadoes, you got the hail, you see some turbulence, and that's one scene I really get my hands get sweaty because I'm not really afraid of flying. It's just the heights and the fact that the plane crashes do happen. But I definitely would like to get on the plane sometime in my life. But this movie is fantastic. The Day After Tomorrow, I highly recommend you check out. I don't want to get too much of the spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but it's fantastic. It's about the survival and working together, helping each other out. And like I said, there are hard heads in this movie that make some dumb decisions, but you're going to have that. And if this were to actually happen, that would actually happen in real life too. And it's really sad, but unfortunately, that's what really would happen. So I'm going to give The Day After Tomorrow a 10 out of 10 and 2 thumbs up. So definitely check this one out. It is a classic. It is my favorite disaster movie and one of my favorite movies of all time. So in the comment section below, tell me if you've seen this movie. Give me your thoughts and opinions. And what is your favorite disaster movie? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, if you like this review, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and let's talk about some movies. Bring it on. I'll defend any movie I love. I will defend it till the day I die. And there will be other movies that I don't like, and I will defend the reason why I don't like those movies as well. But other than that, I thank you guys for watching yet another review, and I thank you for watching, and check you later.